Hey guys, welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, the original print-on-demand niches show. This is episode 231, and I've got 5 print-on-demand niches for you to target in the fourth quarter to increase your sales as we enter sales season or gift season or whatever you want to call it, where sales really pick up. That's going to be the theme of this episode to capitalize on that. So let's get to it. Let's get things started with an Amazon merch sales update. In the last 7 days, I made 462 sales in total, $1,613 on the US market in royalties, and another few $100 after converting the international currencies of additional profit. Probably made about $2,000 in the last 7 days, so a really strong week there. If you want to follow me on Instagram, linked in the description, I try to post daily sales updates for motivation. All right, let's check out the top 10. This is the organic top 10 bestsellers, not curated by me. So we've got a lot of Halloween shirts. We have an I Heart New York shirt. We have a Yankees shirt. I don't know how the Yankee shirts are getting posted, by the way. I mean, obviously they're in the World Series. That does not mean anybody should be selling anything related to them. That's a terrible idea on Amazon merch unless you have the rights to do it. But I'm assuming anybody watching this video probably does not. Even costumes, by the way, I know we're past costume shirts probably being listed, but the crayon shirt, like I don't feel comfortable selling that either. Basically the top 10, not really anything that we can capitalize on in terms of sales at this point. All right, moving on, niche number 1. So I said this episode is themed after November, December, right? It's the end of the year. How can we capitalize and make the most money possible? So niche number 1 is related to people's professions, right? Because think about it. In November, sales pick up, but a lot of it is going to be Christmas gifts, and they'll hold on to it until Christmas or whenever they get together with friends, with family, with coworkers. Okay. What do people, just think about people, think about your friends, your siblings, your parents. You know what I mean? Like what about them comes to mind that you would maybe purchase a gag gift or a real gift for? You know what I mean? People's professions, a lot of them really, that becomes a huge part of their identity. So why not, start there? Like what is somebody's day-to-day 9-to-5 job? If they like their job, if it is, a piece of them that they carry around with them, even outside of the job, well then how about a t-shirt for people working that profession? Now this works great with Amazon merch. It works great on, if it works on Amazon, it works on Etsy, it works everywhere, but you can either make like the actual shirt, or when I say shirt, it could be any print-on-demand product with the profession plugged in, or sell custom products so that you can have the buyer tell you, oh, this is for a teacher, this one's for a lawyer, this one's for a doctor, etc. Right? So different ways to go about that. You can sell through Amazon custom, you can sell through Etsy custom, right? Like at normal Etsy listings, you just, check the box for personalization. So niche number 1, how about job-related gifts, teacher gifts, lawyer gifts, etc. Like really high, like not super descriptive long tail keywords, but like literally generic keywords that are very high value. Moving on, niche number 2, sports gifts. And this is really just like saying, hey, what are people's interests? You know what I mean? What do people spend? Like today, it's Sunday. I love me some football. Does that mean I have to wear an NFL football shirt? Or can it just be a funny shirt like this where, you got the NFL referee or the football, let's just say football referee, don't say NFL, but you have the football referee, the black and white stripes shirt, right? So no references to any intellectual property that's protected, doing the touchdown sign, and it says home run. Like that's a funny football shirt that a football fan could wear. You know what I mean? They would get that it's a joke. So how about people's interests? Play and cater to people's interests. Sports being one example, but of course there's many examples under the sun. Interests, hobbies. Again, what are people really liking to do outside of their 9-to-5? So we already talked about professions, jobs, 9-to-5s. What do they do after that? Do they like to go to the gym? Maybe a gym themed t-shirt. Usually funny sells, or at least I prefer to go that route. I find that in November, December, gift giving season, when somebody's not buying it for themselves, but somebody else is buying it for them as a gift, I tend to think it really is like when you think about the person, like what are they into? Okay, let's get them something, related to that. You know what I mean? I have a really good friend who's like just all into cars. You know what I mean? He would, or I would get him a Cars themed t-shirt, but I'd probably make it, funny. That's just how I prefer to go about it. Anyways, hopefully you guys are getting it. I feel like I've repeated myself a bunch. All right, moving on. Niche number 3. Oh, before we get to niche number 3, check out my free print-on-demand mini course linked in the description. Give me your email address. I'll send you 1 lesson a day for 20 days to get you started. It is very thorough, completely free. So check that out. linked in the description. And check out my Print on Demand Facebook group, also linked in the description. A great place to network with other POD sellers. Niche number 3. All right, I put anime. This one is a little bit of a print on demand seller slant. Like I said, interests, hobbies, etc. Collecting, you know what I mean? Weird things like that. Things that people are into. Well, people are into a lot of different things. Why anime? I don't know. If you've been selling print on demand for a while though, anime shirts seem to do extremely well. Of all the things we could have talked about, you know what I mean? Like the anime niche, it's just always popping. The BSRs on Amazon, the bestseller ranks, show you how well products are selling relative to other products in that category. And anime shirts are just always doing well. So how about anime themed products? But also, again, that's just representative of interests, hobbies, etc. But anime, and you can put an anime spin on anything. It's also kind of like a design style. You know what I mean? Whether you're designing it yourself or you're using AI, you can have it output the graphics in an anime style. You literally write it into the text prompt and then you get that. You get what you ask for. So never been an easier time to create high-end graphics, and anime really, I think, plays to that. Moving on, niche number 4. How about people's religion? We talked about going to a 9-to-5 job Monday to Friday, right? You spend your time there. Then you leave the job, you do whatever your hobbies and interests are. Well, how about people's like core belief systems, right? Like what is it that makes somebody tick? You know what I mean? What is it that makes them? You know what I mean? A lot of people, like I said, it's not even an external thing. It's like a within themselves thing, their religious beliefs. And a lot of people are willing to let that manifest in an external form through a t-shirt or, you know, other print on demand products that they might wear to show that they, you know, are members of a certain faith, right? So I think religion might have a place here in the gift giving season. A lot of people identify strongly with that. So niche number 4, how about religion? Also, if you guys haven't checked out Placeit, they are the one-stop shop for everything print on demand mockups. They have more than that. If you saw last week, we talked about the Placeit designer as well. You can create designs in Placeit. You can feed them straight into the mockups, the many mockups. So you see, this is their section called mockups for Etsy. They have literally thousands and thousands and thousands of potential mockups. I like this one right here with the Jesus themed t-shirt design right there. So if you guys are not using Placeit, there's a link in the description that'll take apply a discount for you as well if you end up joining. And it's got mockups for Etsy, for Amazon Seller Central. If you're on there, just make sure you have the white background, eBay, etc. Wherever you're selling, basically, they got you. All right, moving on, niche number 5. How about coworker gifts? But wait a second, this doesn't look like Amazon merch. That's because it's Amazon KDP. Now, if you guys missed it, I dropped an interview with Sam, friend of the channel, earlier this week, all right? We talked about Amazon KDP because he's an expert. He's done over $500,000 in sales. You should check that out. I'll also link to it in the YouTube cards right here. But Amazon KDP is a great place to sell coworker gifts. In my first 3 months on Amazon KDP, I started in the 4th quarter, by the way, I really honed in on this niche specifically, gifts for coworkers. Now, KDP, it's Kindle Direct Publishing. You can sell print-on-demand books through Amazon. So Amazon fulfills the orders. You just get paid out a royalty. All right. It's one of the best situations, the best setups you could ask for. It doesn't get much easier, right? And I targeted the coworker gifts and I did extremely well. I just thought they were perfect, like office Christmas party gifts. And they ended up, you know, it ended up working really well. Like I made $3,500 in royalties from $0 in not even ever starting KDP in October to the end of December, $3,500 profit. That was in 2019, so it was a while ago. Things have changed a little bit, but I'm telling you straight up, like this was my most profitable niche. It was optimizing for things to be able to be gifted between coworkers. So I had to include that when we're talking about capitalizing on the 4th quarter. But Ryan, wait, shouldn't niche number 5 be Christmas gifts, like Christmas themed? I've said this before, so shout out to my subscribers if you've heard me say this, but like my favorite way to capitalize on the Christmas gift giving season is not to sell Christmas inspired, Christmas motivated designs. It's honestly just to focus on the gifting aspect and what would compel somebody to want to buy my product and gift it to somebody else. KDP journals are also included in there. All right, moving on, emerging trends. All right, these are products that are outperforming their 90-day average BSR. So you've got some Yankees shirts. We talked about staying away from there. We've got some Halloween stuff. We've got the Dia de los Muertos, I think, the La Jefa. I'm not 100% sure what that translates to. Halloween costumes. So kind of what we would expect. Error 404 costume not found with the little Chrome, Google Chrome dinosaur there. I like that one. All right, looking ahead, here are some smaller holidays, at least a month out. November 27th is a month out. What? Where did the time go? November 27th, National Jukebox Day. November 28th, Thanksgiving. November 28th, also Red Planet Day. Shout out Mars. November 29th, Black Friday. And of course, November 30th, Small Business Saturday. By the way, let's go sell some print-on-demand yard signs to businesses to advertise that their brick and mortar store is over here that they can put in the yard. You should go like literally, if you're really ambitious, man. By the way, the first person I ever heard that made $1 million royalties on Amazon merch, they went door to door to small businesses. They made $1 million plus royalties. I would be going and selling them packages with like merch t-shirts, scan a QR code, buy the shirt. Also yard signs, and tell them you'll even place the yard sign for them in the median that says support us on Small Business Saturday with their business logo and an arrow pointing. You know what I mean? Why not? Why not? And charge them a lot. You know what I mean? Make sure you're getting paid accordingly for your time. But I love that as an idea. And I mean, fortune favors those that get out there and get after it. You know what I mean? All right, here's the archive. Let's look back 11 months ago to see what might be selling 1 month from today. A lot of Christmas stuff. Christmas. Thanksgiving would have been past at this point, basically. So yeah, basically Christmas is what's going to be selling. Even though I did just say I don't like to sell the Christmas themed designs. Of course, that's what you see a whole bunch of behind me. I just think it's like, it's the most obvious thing. And I like to be a little bit contrarian. So if everybody's doing that, I want to do something a little bit differently. I've found success doing that, you know, pretty much the whole time I've been selling print on demand. So, all right, finally, removed designs. These are all removed in the last 2 weeks. Feel free to hit pause and take a deeper look. I can see maybe the top one that says Bandmade. Is that like the Iron Maiden kind of logo? So maybe that got removed because it's kind of infringing or something. Anyways, these could also be removed by the uploader, so we don't really know exactly why they were removed. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Check out my full print-on-demand course, by the way, linked in the description. Walks you through how I make six-figure profits minimum every year since 2019. Back in 2019, I had a 9-to-5 job and a second job teaching 3 sections of a web development course at a local university on top of my 9-to-5, and I still scaled my print-on-demand business to 6-figure profits, and I've made 6-figure profits every year since then. Linked in the description. I also show you how to automate 95% of everything at the end. So, and I have a private community where I go live twice a week. That is also linked in the description. It's the most affordable way to work directly with me as well. So check that out. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you soon with another new video.